And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to be with you forever. This is the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it neither sees nor knows him. You know him, because he abides with you, and he will be in you. I will not leave you orphaned. I am coming to you. In a little while, the world will no longer see me, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live. On that day, you will know that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I in you. They who have my commandments and keep them are those who love me. And those who love me will be loved by my Father, and I will love them and reveal myself to them. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
I have a question for you. You don't have to come up. You can stay where you are. Is there anything, what is something that your mom and your dad taught you that when you go to school, or when you go to play ball or sports, or whatever it might be, that even if your parents are not there, you still do it? So what's something that they teach you at home, but when you're not at home, you still do it? Try. That's a good one. To try. Good. So even when they're not there, you're still trying. Cool. How about you, Valentina? What's something that you do that mom and dad have taught you that you do when they're not looking? You tell your mother. Your mother will tell me.
Swing straight. Swing straight. The baseball bat.
Stand straight.
Swing straight.
Swing straight. That's very important. Absolutely. If you swing straight, you'll send the ball out. That's good. That's good. It is something like that today that Jesus is saying to the disciples. Jesus is saying, I've taught you what you need to know. And so I want you to do it. You all might remember about a month or so ago, I talked about my friend Andre. My friend Andre, she was a person who was dying. She was really sick, but she was living as she was dying. And I talked about her having a party at one point. Well, anyway, this past week, Andre died, and her funeral is going to be tomorrow. And for the past week, the phones have been lighting up and down the East Coast. Texts, calls, chats, all kinds of things. People connecting who have not connected for so long. And people are coming, we're all going to descend on Baltimore. Baltimore's going to know something very different tomorrow. And I keep thinking as I gone through this past week, Andre would have wanted us to love one another. Just in the same way where you try, where you swing your back straight when your parents aren't looking. So Andre, now that she's gone, she would still want us to love one another. I have a friend of mine who I haven't seen in 8 years. I've sent Christmas cards, I've texted, I've sent letters, I made phone calls, haven't heard from her at all. All of a sudden, hi Somi, this is Pat. Another friend, I don't know if I'm coming or not. I said, well, I'll be there. Oh, you're going to go? All right, maybe I'll go. And then a whole bunch of people said, put your Alvin stole on, get on the altar, show all those Catholics what a woman can be. And then my one friend Kevin, who if you were at my ordination, you saw that very tall Franciscan friar. We used to play music together in church, and he called me and he said, I need you to play. I need you to play and sing. I need you on the music side of things. And I'm like, okay. Andre was a giver, I will give. So I opted, I'm not going to be wearing my stolen out tomorrow. I'm going to be over on the music side of things. All week long, I kept thinking, Andre wanted us to love. She prepared us to love because she loved us first. And her love came from her love of God through Jesus Christ. And that's why it was so magnanimous. When I went Lutheran, I told her, that I had done that. And she asked me a whole bunch of questions, partly because she had to process it herself, and because she wanted to make sure that I asked all the right questions. So it was like, are you sure this is the right denomination for you? Did you pray about this? Is this where God is calling you? Are you going to miss anything from the Catholic side of things? And are you sure this is right? All kinds of questions. And then when a mutual friend went to visit Andre, the first thing was, so we left the church. Then another friend went to visit Andre a subsequent time. Did you hear? Somi's going to get ordained. And then at a subsequent time, are you going to the ordination? I'll meet you there. And then she was just too sick at the time of the ordination, so she didn't make it. But right after the ordination, she said, will you come to my room and celebrate word and sacrament in my room? So she came around. She loved so deeply. And it was last Saturday, Joe was in the hospital, and I just couldn't go. And I said to her, I said, just don't go anywhere. She had some place to go. And so did Jesus. Jesus knew he had to go, and he prepared his disciples for his leaving. Because he first loved us. Because he loved God so deeply, and he shared that love with us. Jesus taught how to be inclusive, how to heal, how to share, how to be community, how to forgive, how to be honest, how to share the meal and tell our story. Jesus was spelling out for the disciples in this farewell discourse, as it's called, what we heard this morning, how we are to be. And he said, if you love me, you will follow my commands. My commands to be inclusive, to forgive, to heal, to share, to love. And if you do all of these things, the world will know God. So today is our wake-up call. If we haven't been doing it, if we forgot, if we're out of step, today is our reminder to be steeped in the generous love of God through Jesus Christ. Jesus is saying to the disciples and to you and me, you people can be bold. You can change the world. They will know Christ because of the way you love. Your deep love of God through Jesus and your love, lived lives in the Spirit, the paraclete, your love for one another. Love deeply. Love bravely. Love and courageously. People's lives will be changed because of the God that you introduce them to with your words and with your actions. We can do this. We can do this. We have been baptized into the community of Christ. We have been forgiven. We are nourished by the Eucharist and by the Word. And our banner could be, Jesus wants us to love one another. The Paraclete, who Jesus introduces us to today, is the one, the Comforter, the attorney who stands next to us, our companion who walks with us on the journey, our protector, our friend, stands next to us, encourages us, has our back, will help us, extends herself to us in love, and indeed make this world